All right, welcome back, guys. This is ESL One Hamburg 2017. This is game number 2 of Effect versus Spartak. I am your caster, Moxie. I'm casting this with Forged Dota today, and we saw a really awesome comeback coming out here from Effect in game number 1. They were having a lot of trouble during the initial laning stage. They sent a nasty duo against the Faceless Void safe lane. Nothing like dealing with a Necrophos AA combo, causing him to get very little farm, but they managed to turn it around. They adjusted, and they ended up taking the victory from Spartak. So what are your thoughts on last game, Forge?
Really, really nice return play, and really nice adjustments coming out from Sadoy, kind of accepting his role more as the initiator instead of that hard position 1 void. Afro Ninja as well doing a really good job on that Mirana, dishing out a lot of damage in this team fights, getting a lot of clutch arrows off. Really impressive play from Effect.
All right, well, we see that they they don't ever want to have to deal with Necrophos ever again, because I'm sure Void is very, very triggered from that last game. But we do see King R getting his Earthshaker pickup right away. Did a lot of work with that hero, saw some nice fissures. I've talked about it before after seeing him play at other tournaments. Just his positioning just seems to be so superior with that hero. So looking forward to seeing the roaming Earthshaker. But Lich coming out here on Spartak. So all your creep experiences belong to him?
Man, if it's not one hero in this patch, it's another one. You ban out Necro, you ban out Venomancer, that's okay. We'll just pick a Lich and be fine.
But that Frost armor is dirty early on. We saw teams like the Dire actually running the Viper mid with Lich armor and then Ogre Magi buff on top of it, and like, you cannot kill that thing. It is disgusting. But we won't see the Venomancer, the other green goopy nasty hero. He was taken out, and we see a puck pickup now over on the side of Spartak.
Yeah, it's a really nice pick early in the draft because it's really flexible. BZZ and Yoki both play this hero to some pretty good effect. So, nice early pick.
Pretty good effect.
Pretty good effect.
Forge as in being like, it's all right, but
no, I mean it's amazing, but it's nice because it's that early. Where is this hero going? Similar to something like an Earthshaker goes, but like you mentioned, for Effect, it's a little different because King R usually plays it. And now when you see the Bat Rider, it's much more likely that that's going to be the Mag Bat Rider as opposed to the Mag Earthshaker. So a little bit less of those mind games coming out from Effect, but Spartak keeping their draft flexible, really solid lanings as well coming out from Spartak. Lich, really solid laners, like you mentioned with the Frost armor, Sacrifice denying that experience. Puck, super elusive hero, does a lot of base damage. Really coming out from Spartak and their adjustment into game 2.
I'm really concerned about this Bat Rider pickup. This is a very early pickup. It can be easily countered with quite a few different heroes. Again, Spartak has a very open draft kind of right now, so it's a little scary. I guess they're feeling very, very confident though. So they're going to just go for it. I don't think they're really in danger. Did that get banned in game number 1? I don't remember now.
I can't recall, but the one thing that I am not seeing banned that was banned in last game, I believe first round, is the Night Stalker, which is a good way of dealing with the Bat Rider because a lot of his advantage comes from the flying vision that you get from Firefly. But if you just have darkness, he's just kind of gimped.
True. Name of the game is vision when you have a Bat Rider.
So
they do have a respect ban though coming out against Effect here. The Void's going to get taken out, and they still just do not want to deal with the Brood Mama. Brood Mama's going to be removed for not ceremonial reasons, mostly because, you know, she's gross and a difficult hero to deal with early on. But they actually banned the Night Stalker out on their side.
Yeah, no, that's completely reasonable. You don't really want Earthshaker and Night Stalker as your roaming duo. You've already got the Bat Rider for your off lane. So like we were mentioning, really good way of dealing with the Bat Rider is deny that vision advantage. So they say, no, we're gonna ensure that our Bat Rider can at least get his vision out.
Definitely. So we've got pickups coming up here on the side of Spartak and the side of Effect. So again, King R probably gonna be playing his signature Earthshaker. Mag probably playing that Bat Rider. And then over here, we get pickup of a Slardar.
So this is something that Spartak's actually been doing a little bit recently. Not a whole lot, but they have been very comfortable picking this up for, I believe, Misha or on their supports. and getting that support Slardar. I don't think we'll see this in the offlane. I think this is going to be that roaming support Slardar that we used to see before 7.0 dropped last year.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where it's going to be positioned, but definitely no, I could see it as the roaming support, the position 4 with the Lich doing art 5 sort of deal. It's a good way. Like, I feel like a lot of the times when I'm watching, especially like CIS Dota, it's very much who can get the jump on who first, because you see some really awesome like initiations that can occur, but it has to be just played out in a very specific manner. One thing I really do like about the CIS region too is the fact that, you know, you see a lot of action generally. You know, earlier on, not so much now, but with like NA, oh boy, all right, we have a Bloodseeker pickup here.
Most people are sick of seeing Necro and Venomancer. I'm still sick of seeing Bloodseeker, man. I cannot stand this hero, but it's really good here because it's anti-mobility against the puck. It's kind of anti-mobility against Slardar. Slardar is one of those heroes that people think want to be in the center of fights, but he's really more of a zip in, stun, zip out, wait for stun cooldown, zip back in. Like, he's very weaving in and out. Bloodseeker makes that very difficult. It's a nice silence against the puck as well with the blood right. So pretty nice pickup. And it's going to be vision against the Clinks as well. But that being said, Clinks and Slardar, that's a lot of damage.
Tiny little skelly, man. Oh, man. Been seeing a bit of Clinks being played recently when I was doing the World Cyber Arena series. Actually, no, it wasn't that. It was one of my other games. It's all starting to blur together now, which is great. It means lots of Dota. There's a ton of Dota being played right now, and a need for casters, which is awesome. But yeah, that gives them, you know, great team fight, but also the ability to split push, which is a little bit difficult right now for the side of Effect to deal with. What I'm excited to see is I'm sure we're going to see some ruptures into Bat Lasso and just dragging them across the map.
Yeah, so this is actually that is a good point though. The Rupture and Bat Rider combo is pretty good. Both heroes naturally build force staffs. Well, Bloodseeker can at least. But the interesting thing is looking at Spartak's match history. This is actually a very similar draft to what they ran against Imperial Pro Gaming pretty recently. The only real difference is swap out the Lich with an Ancient Apparition. It's almost the exact same draft where they've run this Puck, Slardar, and the Clinks before. So this is a draft that they're very comfortable with running. And I was mistaken earlier. It's actually Chuvash probably going to be playing the Slardar. Yeah.
Affirmative. Oh, I see the Mirana pick up yet again here. Looks like Alpha Ninja having a great time on that Mirana. Will be able to reprise this role in game number 2 because, I mean, if it ain't broke, why fix it? So, you know, again on the Earthshaker and Alpha Ninja on the Mirana. So they're still looking here for one more support. Unless they totally throw me off and somehow Mirana is like some weird position 5, which I doubt is going to happen. But, you know, Caster's Curse happens occasionally.
Yeah, Mirana, not a great lane support, but I mean,
no.
It's Dota. Things happen, right?
And there's the Bane. We had a whole conversation about that, actually, a little while ago, talking about how we've been seeing Bane picked up in the CIS region with a very minimal win rate, right, George?
It's definitely got some presence, but yeah, for the most part, most of the games that I've seen, most of the games I've been watching, definitely struggles to have that kind of impact, but is a very strong laner against the Lich, can trade pretty favorably, has nice base damage, good movement speed, so is kind of a nicer way to deal with that. Good lockdown for the Clinks. You throw a Nightmare, you throw a Fiend's Grip on the Clinks, he's useless for a team fight. Natural synergy with the Mirana arrow as well, so you can kind of see where Effect is going to go, and maybe they can break that that tough region area curse, I guess. That you know, some of the CIS
fingers crossed, right? Let's see some sick Bane plays. This is also pretty good for the side of Effect because right now you've got the Puck and you've got the Slardar, the only two people that really, you know, can cancel out that Fiend's Grip with the Silence, or of course, you know, the Slithering Crush. Clinks might eventually pick up a Bloodthorn or something, but like, you don't want to be focusing your attention on little old Bane here. You've got plenty of other targets that you've got to be really nervous about. Also, you know, the immediate jump in trying to save anyone from Lasso, just throw on a Nightmare. Oh, wow, you're trying to help? Yeah, no, I don't think so. Followed up with the Dunk, some Starstorm, a little bit of Bloodright, you know.
Yeah, I've seen
it's
some
cocktail for murder.
I've seen some really nice plays too from a lot of Banes in the area where They use their. A lot of people don't realize that Nightmare has a like 1 second invulnerability period when it's first placed upon a target, either yourself or an ally, even enemies get it as well. So you can get a lot of really nice plays where you grant that 1 second of invulnerability to an ally and completely turn a gank around. It's really, really nice. So we might see some really nice plays like that coming up from Effect as well.
All right, so a moment of truth. What do we see for the last pick here on Spartak? We see Alina.
It's going to be Alina. So this is nice because it's a favorable matchup against the Mirana mid. You outrange her. You can harass her pretty effectively with right clicks as well as Dragon Slave. So BZZ going to pick that up against Afron and Jay. Probably going to see some rotations from the Bane early on to kind of try and cancel out that advantage. Probably, I wouldn't be surprised to see dual lane mid from both teams, to be 100% honest with you.
I keep laughing because I'm looking over here over at Arc, and all I can think of is Monsters Inc. when it's Sully and Mike Wazowski, like on the cover, because you cannot see Klink's face at all. He's like, "Look, Mom, I'm on Dota TV," and it's just you can't see anything because that's a massive mace over here on the slider. Pretty cool set though. Lots of nice hats on these guys.
Yeah, the Dota 2 cosmetics are definitely real. I'm a big fan of the Bat Rider with
the Finding Nemo set with all the little fishies. I like it.
I've been a big fan of that since its release. Bane, actually, the only one looks like without hats. I'm sorry, Bane. We all love
Life
you
of
anyway.
a support, right? Everyone else gets the hats except for you.
I'm pretty excited to see these drafts unfold, though. I have high hopes for Bane. He's a support that, while I have terrible success with, I actually like as a hero to have in my drafts, and I'd kind of like to see him come back into the meta.
I don't like him, but but it doesn't matter what I like, right? Right?
No, it doesn't, Moxie.
No, never matters. No, I'm just the poor position 6, mostly support. A couple wards get placed over here onto the side. Looks like we've got one over here onto the high ground for mid, pretty standard, and then the one over here on the side as well to get vision for the offlaner. But nothing too aggressive, just quite yet. I'm interested to see... Now, another thing, you know, I'm not sure if we mentioned this, but we've got a Bane and Mirana on the same team, which is pretty cheesy.
Yeah, the combo play is definitely there, and that's where I see a lot of Banes do get picked up in this region. It's probably why the hero gets picked up, going back to that conversation we had earlier about why he's so popular despite maybe not being always so successful. The Nightmare into Arrow combo is just absolutely disgusting. You know, you get 7 seconds of disable with Nightmare for free, and then you just I guess I'll throw a 5-second stun on top of that, so that's 12 seconds of disable.
Yeah, might as well, right?
And then of course you got Bat Rider, you've got, you know, Earthshaker. There's a lot of stuns. There's a lot of disable on Effect, which is actually really good for them because they've got the Bloodseeker. Who, you know, what's the answer to Bloodseeker? You TP away.
I was about to say one of the creeps got away, but nope, that creep's just gonna get nuked down pretty fast here. Blocking out on both sides. Looks like we're already seeing the Bane coming out here towards the mid lane. He's got a sentry ward on him, so he's gonna be looking for any sort of wards that were placed here from the side of Spartak. But Lich is gonna hang out as well, and definitely Lich and Lina really do well with this matchup because Lich, of course, with that sacrifice, is going to be able to deny even more experience here for the Mirana. And when you've got another person in the lane, she's not going to get levels very quickly.
Denied.
The 1v1 Sadoy versus Yoki down here.
This is an interesting kind of matchup. I've been seeing this a little bit mid even lately because Bloodseeker's sometimes been played in the mid. And it's actually kind of not Puck favored. Puck has a favorable matchup in most cases just because of orb trade. But because of the fact that Bloodseeker can just sustain off of Blood Rage, which he's actually not gotten. He went first level. That's interesting. He does grab the Blood Rage now, so he has a normal skill build, but...
Getting in those hits as fast as he can. There's a nice vision though up here over onto the Clinks. He's looking like he's in a little bit of trouble, but Bat Rider might have bitten off more than he can chew here. He's trying to get away from the tower range, but first blood will go over to the side of the dire here, but King R also now in a little bit of trouble. And the bottom lane, too, we see that Yoki actually gets taken down. King R, he's still trying to hide himself through the trees. There's a Slardar. He's got a stun with your name on it, buddy, but goes around the wrong corner. This is just kind of waiting, though, because it's not like King R could TP himself out. Yeah, Frost and Slardar will be able to clean up yet another kill. So that was a big dive with very little little positive things coming out here for the side of the Radiant. Maybe just a bit too aggressive.
And Klinks has a lot of
now. Klinks, he's got that wand. We'll be able to pop the charges. They'll turn around. They'll get a stun off. Trying to just kite the Spat Rider, but he's got a lot of stacks of napalm on him. He's actually going to get taken down here. And now it looks like Slardar is just taking a bath. And again, we lose Loki. Yoki's gone again. I still got my eyes here on this top lane. Fissure comes out over onto Slardar. This is a bloodbath, Forge. Turning back around, Misha, he's trying to help him out. Gets the Frost Blast off, but they'll still trade. And now King R, he's stuck in the woods. These are woods he's very, very familiar with at this point after juking around earlier. They don't have anything really, though, to slow him down. Looks like Frost Blast. Don't have enough mana for it. Tries to use that Skeleton Walk. Oh, man, that was really, really close. So what happened? Were you watching bot lane with Yoki and
No, I was watching top with you, but I caught the tail end of it. I was able to look quickly, and it looked like it was a Bane rotation that secured that secondary kill. Bane was in the lane, so it does look like as...
Oh, here it is. There's the Wombo combo. Arrow comes in. Nightmare on... Pops that Fairy Fire. Oh my gosh. He's going to be able to get back. He had like less than 100 hit points, and now the rotation coming out here from Shuvash will be able to just push them back away from the Lina. Mirana's got to be really, really careful here now as well. RZ standing nearby. He's ready with any sort of a necessary brain sap, but what is happening? We went 4 minutes in the first game with absolutely no first blood to all of a sudden just everyone and their mom just running at each other in these lanes. This is a new and improved
this is
both teams, honestly. Like, look at this.
This is CIS Dota at its best, man.
I love it.
Just run at you, Dota. Fissure gonna try and block out Arc, but he's gonna make it away. But yeah, this the effect from those rotations and those early kills is now that Yoki just can't go to bottom lane. He's really sad because he's got to play jungle Puck, which just kind of sucks. But he's 2 levels behind the Bloodseeker. There's no way he goes back to that lane and lives.
Well, you also, like, Bloodseeker is not a hero you want to be feeding kills early. Like, he can just fall out of control. And it looks like Lich is just on the wrong side of this Vigil right now, trying to run himself out. There's the Strafe coming out here with the fire arrows, but Klinks needs to be careful as well. He's kind of taking a little bit of a bath in the Firefly. We'll just harass them back and provide some support for poor Misha here, who's just minding his own business. Slardar, though, he's figuring they're going to try to go around here. We'll be able to kind of swim around looking for a possible bounty rune, although there are 2 heroes, 3 now with the Bane coming in. He needs to be quite careful.
I mean, you might look at it and
5 minutes, so this shrine's going to be up.
You might look at that last little engagement and go, well, I mean, they didn't get the kill on the Lich. Like, now that they got forced out of lane, what are they doing? But these Radiant supports and this Radiant offlane are actually doing a lot of work. Actually, it looks like we're getting an arrow.
There's an arrow going on to Shuvasha right now. Starstorm Fissure coming in. Nice Light Strike array, but unfortunately just can't finish it up. And here comes Sidoi. Sidoi's like, I'm bored in my lane. I've been killing a lot of creeps. I'm gonna kill a hero too.
Yeah, and
he's got 29 and 22 for CS right now because he's murdered the Puck twice, and Puck has just not come back to lane. They haven't used any resources to bother him. Like, this is the life. This is a spa vacation for Sidoi after game number 1.
He is he's obviously much more in his element here. He does, not to say that the Void is a hero he's not familiar with, but much more comfortable. And this is a nice draft for him to work with as well. Like I said, Puck, not really a hero that can do much against Bloodseeker, because whereas with Puck you would normally just trade with Orb and, you know, nice base damage, Bloodseeker just heals up. And he grabbed that early point of Thirst, which meant that all of the trades were actually going Bloodseeker's way because of that extra damage.
Arzika's jumping behind the tower here to place up a ward. Are they going to try to do something over here onto Yoki?
I would say
that orb's down. This is go time. He will try to juke around, though. Does realize that people are pincering on him. Does not have a TP scroll, so he needs to be careful here because Bloodseeker is hungry. He's looking for some fairy dragon. Yeah, Rupture comes out. Does go and tries to get himself away, but like, look at Arzik. Arzik is like, oh man, hurry up and kill this creep so we can dive this guy. Sadoi just enjoying his time.
He
Just gonna
wants to
chase Yoki back. He does have the illusory orb, should be able to get out. They try to go for the nightmare. It's not gonna connect just in time. And well, this is all going down here. Marana and Lena pretty evenly matched up for CS Alpha Ninja, 39 and 13, and BZZ sitting at 34 and 4.
Afro Ninja is doing a really good job. I mentioned in the draft that this is a Lena favored matchup just because of the extra range and the extra harass that you can get in with Dragon Slave. But the fact that there is even a slight edge in favor of the Marana is pretty, and even a network or a level advantage as well. Level 7 to the Lena's level 6 is pretty big for the Marana.
Sadoi is just being allowed to do whatever he wants in this game. Like,
I'm
they have not had much for rotation here. Mid lane, though, it looks like they do finally take down the Lena, and Alpha Ninja throws out a little bit more harass over onto Misha here. So, was that a nightmare into arrow?
I would assume so. Bane's in the area, Marana's in the area. I was looking
Fissure
at
coming out top here. Looks like Ark's a little bit in trouble. Trying to just fight off. We'll get the kill over onto the Bat Rider, but can they, like, it's taking forever to take this little Clinks down. He's just one more hit coming out from King R with that enchant totem. We'll be able to finally murder him, but it was looking a little scary for Sadoi there, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, Clinks just does so much damage, and then you throw Blood Rage on top of that, which is, you know, just a huge amount of amp damage. Get a little scary, but eventually there's
I wonder if Chuvash felt that little bounce as he tried to get away from this Marana. He is going to actually make it out, though. Follow up with the Light Strike Array. King R will follow up with the Fissure as well, though. They don't want to allow a kill onto the Marana. What do we see? A little bit under 100 HP, I think, during that fight. And it looks like Mag's gone bottom now to try to deal a little bit with the puck.
I'm really curious to see what build Sadoi goes for this game. There's depending on what kind of Bloodseeker you are, he's actually going to go for the Yules, so some extra disable. Is
that the newest quiz from Cosmo? What kind of Bloodseeker are you?
I mean, I would play that quiz, and I'd lose every time, because I'm a terrible Bloodseeker.
I mean, that might not be a category. We'll have to, what is it, Feeder's Digest? We'll have to recommend that to them to put in a quiz parroting Cosmo.
I am the chairman of Feeder's Digest. You can ask anybody that's ever played Dota with me. I am a
I thought you were actually
feeder.
a part of that. But
No.
Bane kind of in the danger zone down here. Arzik, he wants to probably defend this, but he's going to need some rotations. Sitting at level 4 with nothing but brown boots. It's kind of a slow siege here. They're not going to use the strafe on this tower. We do see the rotation coming out here with the Marana ultimate. They realize something's a little bit fishy here, and they're going to try to run themselves out. No detection, though, on the King R or the Bat Rider, though. So top lane gets denied.
Sadoi wants this Marana
look at
kill,
this.
or this Lena kill so bad. He wants it.
Or this Lich. This Lich is looking mighty juicy right now. Yeah, he goes forward, throws out. There's no creeps. Oh no, Misha. Misha was hoping for the best, but unfortunately it doesn't work out. There's going to be the Lena grabbed up while Shuvash gets a couple hits over here onto Sadoi, but Lena just taking a bath in this Firefly. Light Strike Array comes out, juked around here by our Bat Rider, and during all this they do spot a wild Clinks. There's going to be the strafe coming out, though. They need to maybe stun him up, but we'll be able to take down Earthshaker and follow up with a murder onto the Clinks. There's going to be a leap forward here. Arzik, he sets it up. They have the arrow in 2 seconds. Can they get it off in time? They should be able to. Alpha Ninja, nope. He just takes his time, turns around, decides that they don't want to go back in on this. Dream Coil was used during all that as well, so...
Man, I'm surprised Clinks lived for as long as he did. If it wasn't for that second Starfall from the Marana, he probably actually lives there.
All right, so what do we have? Lena's got a bottle curl here. She's got her arcane boots.
She's gonna go right for the Bloodstone. It's a risky, it's a bold play, Cotton. We'll have to see how it pays off, but it's one of those items for Lena's where you either get it and get like 2-3 kills right off the bat, or even just farm for a bit and get your next item, or a team fight starts, you die, and you have to be really careful not to die again. You can get away with 1 death on Alina with Bloodstone. Anything more than that, and it's going to be a really, really hard road to recovery for you.
Some posturing coming out here. It looks like they're thinking about going for this mid tower. They've got an Earthshaker standing nearby. all smoked up with this Bane. Yeah, they see this Clinks. They turn around. They get the Nightmare off. There's a nice Chain Frost getting thrown out, though. We'll get a couple bounces. Mag's in a lot of trouble. He's not even going to be able to get this lasso off in time. Looks like he's going to get taken down. Clinks finally gets taken down as well, but a bit of a crazy game here. Arzik, he's trying to do this hold over onto the side. He will get stunned up, though, by Slardar. They'll turn themselves back around. They'll be able to take down Yoki, but looks like King R now also in the danger zone. He's going to get taken down. And the TP comes out here from the Lich. Wants to maybe slow down this Marana. Pops the Shrine just for that extra mana. Isn't going to be able to quite get off any spells fast enough during all that. And the tower still stands.
The fact that Bloodseeker makes it out of there is really dangerous for Spartak. Every time that Clinks dies and Bloodseeker lives is like terrifying. He's actually going to change his mind. He had the Yules queued up and he's got the Midas now. Well, I mean, he's got the recipe. He needs the actual Gloves of Haste to complete it, but this is going to accelerate him into the late game. It's going to ensure his farm. There's the Midas pickup.
I mean, his lane went so well, like...
And it's, even with delaying it, and like going and getting like an Aquila Wand phase boots first, he's got a 12-minute Midas, which, I mean, it's not the most ideal timing in the world, but he's
oh, Misha, right to the face.
And these kills are just happening all over. I don't think, if this goes to game 3, I don't think they can give Afro Ninja this Marana again. He's just done so much work both of these games with it.
Yeah, he's played this before in the past, and had pretty good success with it.
Pretty good success, Moxie?
Dude, I saw him play... Alright, first of all, there are things happening in this top lane. Stand Totem by Yoki. Super speedy Sidoi running at you now. I saw him actually in WCA this past week. Had the perfect Timbersaw game, and that dude was just nigh unkillable. Like, he was the whirling yo-yo of death left and right. Nothing could touch him. It was... Like, his performance on Marana has definitely, you know, been very, very impressive. But after watching that Timbersaw game where he just had his way with the other team, whew.
Yeah, I believe it. I looked into that a little bit, and definitely a terrifying performance from him.
Oh yeah, I mean it was like a candy store for a Timbersaw in that game. There wasn't enough lockdown. They had a whole bunch of strength heroes, including a tasty IO. And I love my IO, but meanwhile, Spartak gets the kill over onto Arzik. We have Mag standing nearby. He's got Lasso. Does not have Blink or anything though, unfortunately, so it's going to be a little difficult unless we can get King R to land a really nice fissure, hold him into place.
Yeah, so Sidoi is going for kind of the, I don't want to say classic, but the current meta of Bloodseeker builds. You get the Midas, you get the Radiance, and maybe you get a Blade Mail, and then you just kind of run at people until they die.
All right, King R, the bait is on, but I don't think they realized how much was actually there. It was like, what, 3 hits? Oh my goodness, there's a Chain Frost coming off, but the immediate sleep over into Lich. They didn't want to dive that tower quite yet, I don't think. The unscript coming out again here, it looks like. We're looking for that opening. We'll be able to land a little bit of that sticky napalm over onto the side, but Mag in a lot of trouble here. He can't even get that lasso off in time. However, Sidoi is here, nothing to fear. Afro Ninja also going to back him up. They'll be able to secure the kill. Slardar is going to try to zip his way out here. He's a speedy little fish, but looks like Bloodseeker is not going to be able to chase after, and we still have the Clinks hanging out over here. Somehow he has just totally been forgot. They go ahead, they throw out the Blood Right, they get the denial on the tower. This is so weird because, like, Sidoi's lane went so incredibly well, and yet his is the first tower to actually get taken on the side of the Radiant here.
It's because the Dire don't feel confident pressuring anywhere else. Like, mid-tier 1 is easily one of the most contested towers in the game. Most teams will rotate heavily to defend that. Off-lane tower, Clinks had to abandon that lane pretty early because of the rotations from Sidoi and Marana, as well as just the pressure that Mags was putting on them. So that had to get abandoned pretty quickly.
Rupture coming out. Can they get the fissure off? Yep, that's going to be a dead arc over here.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. You're right. This tier 1 bottom tower for Radiant is actually so important just because of the fact that, you know, it's really difficult to secure this jungle. It's a little bit easier on the Dire side, but there's so many access points. You've got the access point here in the river. You've got the access point over here by the side shop. And then you've got, you know, where the tower usually stands. That's also an access point too. There's just so many openings. Top lane looks like Yuki gonna have to run himself out, but this Bat Rider doesn't care. He says, trees, ha, that's funny. Comes forward, lassos him up. Marana's got double damage, followed with an arrow. Alpha Ninja just murders the Yoki up here in the top lane, and things are happening bot lane as well. Looks like Slardar are in a bit of trouble. Will get taken down by Sadoy. Like, Sadoy is just having a good time. 6-0-5 right now.
Did you see how much damage that brain sap did because of Blood Rage?
It was
that
gross.
was insane amount of damage. Like, he went from like 75% HP to dead almost with that.
Maybe this is the winning combo sort of deal, you know? We talked about Bane having not the best win rate currently in the tournament scene, but when you add a Bloodseeker, which is becoming very, very popular, and buffing, plus, you know, Marana obviously for the ultimate cheese wombo combo, maybe that's what's needed.
And Effect have seen some success with it recently as well. So it's not a complete just region pick either. They are at least semi-comfortable with the hero. Have had some losses recently, but definitely have picked up some wins here and there.
All right. Who will break the smoke? Oh boy, it's gonna be Misha. Misha throws out a nice chain frost. They are grouped together pretty closely here, but we'll be able to dissipate. There's the Laguna Blade getting used over onto King R. He'd already used his Echo Slam at that point, so I guess, you know, could be worse, but...
Support for support, it's not too bad. Clinks is desperately trying to finish his Diffusal Blade in the bottom lane. Doesn't want to show up if he doesn't have to. They are going to defend the tower though. They don't want to. They don't want to push without Echo Slam and Earthshaker. Still making his way towards that Blink Dagger. Put 200 gold away. 300 gold.
So it's looking really scary right now for Spartak.
The big thing they're waiting on right now is they want the Lina Bloodstone. Once they get that, they probably look to be a lot more aggressive. Slardar Blink as well. Actually, Slardar Blink's online.
Is that going to give them the time, though, to get that online?
Probably
I feel
not.
like they know something. Oh, the Strafe comes out here with... Oh, nice lasso coming out. They use the dust as well. Looks like they're just going to try to buy him a little bit of time here. Looks like Art going to be able to just TP himself out to Shrine. There's still the Slardar here in a little bit of trouble. Light Strike Array coming in. He's going to be able to dodge it over here. There's going to be a nice vision coming out from King R. They're going to be able to kill this Lina, I think. Yeah, there's the Rupture. She's just trying to run around, but it's not going to be fast enough. Trying to just put out whatever damage she can, but is she going to be able to turn this? She turns it around. Bloodseeker will be able to get the final kill, though, over onto the Lina, and Slardar just does not want anything to do with this. Puck standing nearby here. Yoki bottom lane. Arrow coming in. Ooh, will be.
If that arrow had landed, oh man, it's close. But they got the tier 2 top while all that action was happening. That's why Sadoy was late to that fight. He was taking that tier 2 top. So, I mean, Effect is playing a really nice.
Effect's running away here with this net worth too. About a 6,000 net worth lead and about a 6,000 difference in experience earned right now.
Still waiting on that Lina Bloodstone, whereas Marana, her mid lane counterpart, she's got Manta, she's working on the Diffusal next. Kind of the cookie cutter Marana build, but I mean it's cookie cutter for a reason. It's cookie cutter for a reason. It works.
And who doesn't love cookies, right?
You got a point, Moxie. You got a point.
Right? Cookies are the best, man. But
oh,
like,
is that... I thought
yeah, they had this moment of just looking at each other briefly, like, huh.
I definitely thought that was a dead Slardar. It's like, there's no way he lives here.
I think Slardar definitely thought that was a dead
nope.
Slardar. It might still be a dead Slardar. Yeah, the Rupture comes out here. They'll be able to push him off over into the corner. He's just going to try to man-fight Sadoy, which isn't going to work out for him. He's godlike at this point. I don't think this Bloodseeker hasn't died yet, has he?
Nope, he's 905.
Yeah, whew. What a hero. Alpha Ninja coming around the corner, looking over here at DZZ. Goes ahead, bottles up. Fissure comes in. Arrow comes in with the leap as well into the Fiend's Grip. Beautiful play here. Although Maran needs to get away from these Manta illusions. Oof. Taking a lot of damage from that Chain Frost. While all this is going on, Arc actually cleans up over onto Sadoy. Whoa. That is 1,000 gold right now. That is desperately needed, I think, for
I am so confused how we got that kill. He must have
How did that happen? I didn't even see it.
So he has
boy. Oh boy, yeah. Mag There is a Slardar running around your forest. I think this is a dead Shivash here. So he's trying to break those ankles. Nightmare comes out. Not much you can do about it. Arrow comes in. Man, this cheese. This Bane Marana combination working out real well for the side of effect.
So I think I figured out how Ark killed the Bloodseeker.
How?
He had just freshly picked up this Diffusal Blade. He's got one charge missing. So I think he just waited till Bloodseeker was farming in the jungle. He had something coming on the courier, so he probably wasn't paying attention. And then just strafe, searing arrows.
Medallion.
Oh, you're trying to run away? Let me just quickly purge off. I don't know if Blood Rage gets purged off by Diffusable or not. It says Dispellable, so he might have just purged off the Blood Rage and then just chunked him down from there. That's my theory, at least.
Smoke comes out here over on the side of the Dire. They're looking for some sort of engagement. We'll go for it. The immediate Marana ultimate. They land over on almost 5 heroes. Beautiful coming in. Lasso comes out over here onto the side, onto Spartak, but he's absolutely going to be all right. Oh, never mind. He is in a lot of trouble here. Diffusal coming out as well. He gets slowed down. Chain Frost coming on as well. There is just so much stuff going on in this fight. I can't keep track of it. This puck going forward will be able to protect Spartak, the Clinks over here onto the side. Man. Everything just happened all at once. Arrow comes in. They'll still be able to take down Misha. Looks like Puck going to be able to maybe get the final hit here over onto Alpha Ninja. The uphill mischance, though, going to be a problem for the Lina. Mag heading out over here by the shrine will be able to blink himself forward.
Man, the uphill mischance almost saved 2 of the effects cores there. It saved the Bloodseeker. The last right click that came up from Clinks got uphill missed, and then it almost saved the Marana there. That was crazy.
Did you see the beautiful, like, jump in here from Slardar? Like, that was almost a Ravage.
Yeah, no, that was
like,
that
and
was
they were
crazy.
just start to Marana ulti too. They were not expecting that at all. That was a great smoke for the side of Spartak.
And they're going to immediately move into Roche. I really like this play.
I think that's smart. I don't think they can really do anything without the Marana up quite yet. Yeah, they get the Aegis.
And this is where I think Spartak kind of start moving into that comfort territory. You mentioned
Oh, the
before.
jump forward. They see Bane over here. Arzik maybe in a little bit of trouble to use the Laguna Blade. Oh, he's going to be able to go and use the Nightmare, but it doesn't matter. Puck will be able to get that last hit. Nice stun coming forward here, coming out from King R. He's trying to get the last bit of kill here over onto BZZ, and it looks like Bloodseeker will be able to, and there's a chase now going after Sadoy. He's just like so quick though, although it's slowed down just a little bit. There's no shrine available anymore. There's the Diffusal being used over onto the side, and Yoki is going to be able to get that kill as well. Fight's going 0 to like 125 miles per hour.
So you remember earlier in the game when I mentioned that as long as Bloodseeker keeps living and Clinks dies, the effect are going to run away with this game? Now the opposite has started to happen. Clinks is a terrifying late game damage dealer against a Bloodseeker. This Bane actually is going to be has to be so scared right now, because if he gets spotted out, I think Arc.
And he is spotted out, but there's a Marana standing nearby. Oh, look, he drops the sentry, immediately throws him into a nice Nightmare arrow coming in, actually, and it looks like Lich will eat it, but it doesn't matter. There's the jump forward from the Bat Rider with the lasso, and looks like Clinks, he gets stunned up, though. He's not going to be able to hit anything. There's the Aegis that goes ahead, gets popped. They're going to get into position, and they're ready to go after the Skelly Man yet again. There's the Chant Totem followed up. Lina trying to just throw out a couple things left and right. Misha might have been able to save him, but he's got a TP out now, and he cannot. He has no TP. Chain Frost does, you know, a bit of damage here, but the side of Spartak just have to leave. Unless they can get a pick. Yeah, they'll find King R. They'll be able to secure that. Arrow coming in doesn't quite connect over here. Sticky napalm. Oh, turning back around. Like Striker away, gets turned around. He's able to dodge it. There's going to be the Nightmare coming out as well here. Slardar, he's going to try to just get himself out, but Sadoy chasing after him, and now it looks like the Bloodstone going to get popped over here on the Lina. We'll go ahead and use it to deny herself, but still being chased over here is Misha. Poor Misha just wants to get out of here. He doesn't want anything to do this. He puts some very, like, hopeful frost armor on himself.
Yeah, Lich, turns out that Liches don't like ice, or don't like ice, don't like fire.
That was gonna be a really good, good little one-liner.
It was, and then
it hadn't gotten messed up. It happens. It happens.
Yeah, but Lich gets roasted alive, and the whole team, man, just such a back and forth. 26 minutes, and we're at 53 kills total. What an action-packed game.
Yeah, like game number 1 was kind of sleepy for the most part, but these engagements, like I'm having to zoom out the camera completely. I can't keep track of everything happening. Like there's just so much stuff going on. Things to work on, you know? But again, we see Mark coming around this corner. He's got his eyes over here on this Bat Rider. I don't know. And it looks like he's having some connection issues. This is not the position he wants to be in right now. He is wedged between two very scary heroes on the side of the Radiant.
They don't have any detection. He should be fine. Unless they know he's there. I don't think he revealed himself, did he?
I don't think there was any sentries on the ground early enough where they've seen it. Or any, like, just observers in general seeing him.
He should be fine then. The one thing I did want to go back and kind of re-mention is the fact that Lena had her Bloodstone in that. And remember I said, once she gets her Bloodstone, the next fight is pretty crucial. She can die once, but if she dies again... So she's at her 1 now. Okay. She's down to 8 Bloodstone charges. If she dies again... I'm not saying it's impossible for that to be her comeback.
Oh, Sidoi. They spot him over here onto the side. Diffusal comes out, followed up with a Slithering Crush. Ron ulti gets used, but it's just not going to be fast enough. Although there is a fish stuck in the trees. That is not where he wants to be. Yeah, there's the lasso coming out. And there goes Shivash.
I mean, I would have left him there, but that's just me.
Well, you are a mid player.
It's true.
Kappa. But nope, that was, you know, it was worth it for Klinks, definitely. He was able to get the kill over onto Sidoi. They lose the Slardar in the process, but it's a worthwhile trade.
And I like what Ark's doing here, too. Oh, that arrow was so close.
They still grab him. They're able to find the Klinks. He's stuck over here on the wrong side of the fissure. There's going to be a nice Laguna Blade used here by Lena, but unfortunately not enough damage actually to take Arzik down. Chain Frost gets thrown out here. We'll get some bounces off the creep wave, but Misha's still going to get murdered.
And those illusions actually do so much damage. 50 damage talent from Mirana. I don't think they get affected by that, but I mean, she's just doing so much damage right now.
Alpha Ninja goes ahead, he denies the tower. This is pretty crazy. Like, look at the net worth, like how pretty evenly distributed it is between the top 5 for the most part.
Yeah, Mirana
like Alpha Ninja at top, yeah, 14k, 13k on Bloodseeker, 11 on the Puck, 10 on Lena, 10 on Klinks. Oh, this could be a very dead Yoki. Never mind, he's got the blink. He's gonna be all right here.
I mean, it's Puck. It's pretty hard.
Well, BZZ looked like he was ready to throw out the Light Strike Array if necessary to help him out. Look at Mag. He's like, you're not hiding in these trees. Nice, but no cigar. Yeah, they see him. They see BZZ here. Drag him forward a little bit. Land a fissure. And yeah, that Bloodstone now is looking mighty sad.
It's going to be a really long road to recovery for Lena now. She needs like 2, maybe like, I'd say 2 pretty good team fights. Like 3 or 4 people dead per team fight for her to kind of recover.
We never give up, obviously, you know?
No,
Game's
it's not
over, but
it's
definitely is becoming a little bit more difficult for her now. And there's the split push coming out here from Spartak as well, with Ark, of course, taking down that tier 1 while all the other distractions were going on. So nice efficiency coming out from the side of the Dire. But this is a very scary Mirana and a very scary Bloodseeker.
Yeah, and that fight bottom was like a perfect example of why they banned Night Stalker, right? Megs runs along this whole bottom line of trees during nighttime, so he has like 1200 vision. They've got 600, so he's got like double the vision they do. But if you have a Night Stalker there...
No, Puck. As if Mirana needed any more kills under her belt or any more gold. I'm being told from chat that we've been mispronouncing. It's not Yoki, it's Yoku.
Okay, it's Yoku. My apologies, chat. We will correct our mistakes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and blame this on Forge.
What? What?
Hey, you're the one who told me Yoki, man.
I did not do anything of the sort, chat. Don't believe her lies.
Anyways, though, back to the game. Looks like, gosh, this Mirana is just so big. Like, Oh, bottom lane. We see that Lena's going to get grabbed up here by the lasso. The Yules comes out here. King R comes forward. The Jan Totem throws it out. Should be able to get a nice Light Strike array, though, at the same time. But there's just too many heroes, and this Lena just cannot deal with all of them. They're on to 3 Bloodstone charges.
Yeah,
Ouch.
it's kind of a risky maneuver going for a Shadow Blade when you've already got a Clinks. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes you force them to overspend on sentries because you're covering for 2 heroes, but sometimes plays like that happen where they had a sentry ward there for the Clinks, and it just happens to catch the Mirana with the Shadow Blade as well. And Bane seems to be working out pretty decently for the side of Effect. He's you know, he's bottom of the net worth, but he's doing all right. He's got himself you know, tranquil
I mean,
boots.
he's set up like he has 20 assists. Like this guy definitely what's the word? Something his own weight. I don't know why I can't think of this phrase.
Carrying?
Carrying his own weight?
Yep,
Maybe? Oh no, I'm missing out the colloquialism right now.
No, that's it. It's just carrying his own weight.
Oh, doesn't sound right. Nice D ward here in the top lane. Bat Rider happily taking 100 gold for that. And we see this Clinks down here. Arc. He's got a. Oh no, that's the Bat Rider who actually has a gem. That's very scary. Well, you can run, but you cannot hide. In fact, there's the jump over here onto the mid. They'll be able to clean up Shavash. And now they're on the hunt. They know that there's a little skelly man running around in their forest. He's got a sheep stick too?
Yeah, he picked that up recently. He's had it in his
see
quick
that.
buy for a while. And looking back to the last time they played this against Imperial Pro Gaming, he only had the Ultimate Orb, but they were up against an Ember Spirit, so I would imagine he was doing a similar build. This seems to be something he likes to do. And I would imagine it's just good lockdown. And that's kind of the one thing that Clinks lacks is, he just kind of presses Q, he presses, right clicks on a hero, and that's kind of all he does. Now he has a way to ensure that damage gets output, and it's another nice way to cancel out Fiend's Grip as well. If Lena's
That's
getting
true.
Fiend's Grip or Puck, it's more lockdown. It's never bad.
True indeed. All right. Well, they had a look over at the Roche pit. I think they were thinking about. Yeah, it looks like everyone's mind is on when is the Roche monster going to be alive and when can we murder him. But for the most part, they're running as 5 on both sides here. Puck kind of branched out a little bit, but again, we've got this Gem of True Sight on Bat Rider, and Lena's got Invis. You've got a Clinks who's Invis. That's going to be very, very scary for them. They need to be very careful, because if either one of them gets caught out, that's just pretty much an insta-dead at this point, I have a feeling.
Yeah, no, 100%. And this Mirana, God, she's going into a butterfly now. And
she's very wealthy. She's top of the net worth right now.
There is going to be a smoke
13,
up top.
1, and 6 will do that to you, Forge. This is a fat Mirana.
There's a smoke top, though, from Spartak.
Smoke on smoke action. Ships passing in the night. This Roche could be up any second. Like, okay, they've got an illusion to leave in the pit. It's just about to go down, though. Radiant taking time to play some wards. I think that's really, really smart if they want to go for this Roche. Any second now, Forge. There it is.
There he is. He's up.
And everyone's in the wrong jungle. It's a little bit of a wacky Wednesday situation here.
And there's going to be pings out on the Bat Rider. He's revealed himself.
This is huge. How do they best approach this now? How do you get into that pit without getting either, Chain Frost or Echo Slammed or... Yeah, they know that Roche is in there. Miran's throwing out the arrow.
You don't go in that pit unless you get a kill. Like, it's not going to be a fight in the pit. It's going to be a fight around the pit.
This is so ridiculous. Look at this.
How do you approach this high ground? The best you maybe hope for is a blind, just blink crush from the
This is like... I don't even know. All right, so Clinks, he's gonna move forward. They jump on the Mirana illusions, but again, they're an illusion. Immediately followed up with the Lasso coming out from the Bat Rider. They should be able to get the kill over onto Slardar. Nice Chain Frost getting thrown out, but they're still gonna be able to take down Arc over here. Look at all these quality bounces. Oh my goodness. Poor Mag is just like, oh, please no. Yule's coming out here. We'll be able to grab this Lich. He's not gonna be able to do anything. Oh, wow.
And immediately they
Clinks
ping
buys
the
back.
pit.
They don't want to give this up, but... I don't know what they can hope to do.
Man,
maybe he's going to just try to split? I don't know.
That illusion bait was so...
There were 2 of them, though. I'm really surprised that they would jump on that.
Well, that's the thing. It was two illusions, but it was a Mirana and a Bloodseeker, so it just looked like two heroes running out on their own because they both have Manta styles. That's what it was. It wasn't two.
Oh, I thought I saw two Miranas out there, but yeah, they're trying to do something with this buyback over here on Arc. Looks like they're trying to do some split pushing, but the Aegis gets picked up. Mirana's got it. Alpha Ninja. Pretty spooky stuff here. Now, Clinks needs to be careful because he doesn't know where Batrider is currently, and he does have the gem. But looks like they should be able to go ahead and take down Zadoy at the very least here. Oh, but they have the gem!
This might be a dieback.
Nice light strike array. That's a good good deterrent here. Arc, just speedy little skelly man, skeleton walk, of course, making you extra fast.
King R with the sorry.
Yeah, with that fissure, unfortunately.
He tried his best, but he could not save his Bloodseeker.
And now he's got a haste on top of that. This is the fastest skelly man that ever lived, man. He's totally out of diffusal charges too, by the way.
That's fine. He's got their SP queued up. He'll get more stats. He'll get more diffusal charges. It'll be great. And then the BKB, which he definitely needs. Like, I think Lena and him both need a BKB, and they both have one queued up, so that's good.
We got Gem Wars too going on now. Puck's also Yoku has his own Gem of True Sight now, so.
Not only does he have that, he's got Lincoln's and a Dagon 4. So he's actually going to start picking off, you know, the Bane.
Joe in chat, he's got the colloquialism, pulling his own weight. That is it. That is the phrase I was looking for. He will find out about this 5 minutes later, but
I guess it's a Canadian thing then, because we say carrying your own weight.
Oh yeah, Canadians, man. They realize that Clink's getting nearby. There's the jump forward immediately, followed up though with a Fissure, and oh man, coming back around here. Drink Coil gets used. It looks like they'll be able to take down King R. Misha's still somehow alive. Fiend's Grip coming out though. They try to get the silence off. They're not going to be able to do it in time. They'll be able to take down Clinks, and now just hemorrhaging out the side. Yoku will get taken down. Lena now on the run, does not want anything to do with this. Light Strike Array coming in. Misha will still get taken down. She can't even, oh, she'll be able to, no, they don't get the kill over onto the Batrider. He gets the denial.
Yeah, and GG just
what a disaster. Yeah, that is
team wipe, no buyback.
No buyback. They just can't fight into them anymore.
Man,
oh my goodness, Forge. What a game. What a series.
Game one was like really close back and forth, but game two, Effect really put on like a clinic. They showed their comfort zones. They were really good at pressuring. They had really strong lanes. Really great job from Effect in game two.
Well, I mean, you see the difference that it can make when you actually